So I just ran across this video from Tucker Carlson. This dude claims that young white men are the most hated, most discriminated, most excluded people in America. So I'm gonna break down a few of his claims one by one with actual facts.
Well, they've grown up in, over the last 10 years, a world that hates them and has told them again and again and again, no, we're not discriminating against you, and yes, you deserve it.
First off, there is no evidence that America has spent the last decade discriminating against white men. White men, they are the demographic with the highest income, the highest household wealth, the highest executive representation, the highest political representation, and the highest ownership of assets across every category. That data is public. The median white household still holds about 7 to 8 times the wealth of the median black household. The Fortune 500 is still over 85% white male at the CEO level. Congress is still majority white male. So if a system hated you, it will not consistently place you at the top of every measurable opportunity structure.
They've grown up in a country that has systematically, in law, excluded them from the workplace, from education, from federal grants.
Now, there's absolutely no law in the United States that excludes white men from jobs or education. But what does exist is decades of documented discrimination against black people in hiring. Studies from Harvard and MIT and the University of Chicago show that applicants with black-sounding names like Jamal or Lakeisha receive 50% fewer callbacks. White-owned businesses still control 85% of federal government contracts. And in elite colleges, white applicants benefit from legacy status. A Harvard data showed that being a legacy applicant increases your chance of admission by up to 40%. And most legacy applicants are white because these institutions excluded black students for a century.
Probably are some Nick Fuentes viewers who are a little confused when they hear themselves attacked as racist. Racism is wrong. But it's a little hard to tell people that racism is wrong when you're committing it.
This is where we need to have a real lesson because the word racism gets misused. There's a difference between racism and prejudice. Prejudice is an opinion. Anybody can be prejudiced. A black person can dislike a white person. A white person can dislike an Asian person. A Latino person can dislike a black person. Prejudice is an individual bias. It's personal. Racism is a system. It is the combination of prejudice plus power. It's where institutions work together to restrict access, opportunity, resources, or rights for a specific group. Racism shows up in housing and banking and policing and contracts, in law and healthcare and education and generational wealth. A rude comment towards a white person is not racism. Somebody critiquing whiteness is not racism. Somebody being uncomfortable is not racism. Racism is where an entire system is built to deny you opportunity. White men in America have never faced that. Now drop a black fist in the comments and share this with someone who needs to hear facts over feelings.